Well, I'm going to take you guys up to the street with me. Stop shouting. Shh. I'm going to take you guys up to the street to put the bins out and give you guys an update on everything going on in the homestead. If you guys want to come, you should be quiet. We can stay here. Shh, shh, shh. Quiet. All right, come. Let's go. Yep. Okay, but you need to be quiet, remember? All right. Yeah, go. You need to be quiet, remember? So hopefully you guys can hear me okay over the sound of the tractor. But we've had a pretty massive couple of weeks since I last did one of these. Also, chuck in your questions, have any in the comments. But you need to be quiet. But yeah, I've got a couple of updates from the last 2 weeks. We're currently trying to train Fantine, our house cow, but I think I got a bit cocky and a little bit laxed in how forceful she would be with me trying to get her to do stuff. And on Saturday morning at 7:30, she got out of where she was supposed to be, and I went up to the back of the field. And also, just let me know if the microphone's a bit too hard to hear. I can turn on some noise cancelling if you can't hear me over the tractor. But yeah, Fantine, when I tried to grab her and drag her back to the area of the paddock she was supposed to be, she actually knocked me over, broke my nose, and kicked me in the head. And I had to go to hospital and get 8 stitches. So I got a big laceration on the back corner of my head, which was pretty scary. And I just don't really feel like I'm making any progress with Fantine. Yeah, everything that I try and do with her feels like it gets harder and harder. I'm still waiting for the routine to start getting easy. I feel like she's just giving me more resistance every single day, is more stubborn, is less trusting. I know that's not the case. I know that cows just need consistency. But yeah, I'm still waiting for her to make it easier. And she's still looking pretty tasty. I don't think she's escaped the thought of going into the freezer fully yet, but I do want to win. I do want to milk that cow one day. But yeah, that happened recently. I've got an excavator coming next Thursday, and we're going to start marking out the footings for our house, which is really exciting. We've had building approval since November last year, but we haven't been able to do anything because of the driveway. So now that's all fixed up, we can finally start our house. So I've got an excavator coming for 3 days, and we're going to start marking out our house footings, and then hopefully drilling on the Friday. I'll have the excavator till Saturday. But yeah, official start date of the house is the 17th of April, which is going to be massively exciting. Okay, boys, just hop up here, put the bins on the street. Look. Yeah, give me a sec. Bins down. Yeah. No, I didn't do your laptop because the boys were still asleep. Just give me a sec. I just need to put the bins on the street. And what else is happening? Yeah, I think one other question I was going to sort of answer. If you guys have any other questions you want me to sort of talk about live, or just chuck them in the comments. But one question I wanted to answer myself was buying a vacant property always the plan? And the answer is no. Buying vacant land was never the plan. This property was the first vacant property we actually looked at. We were obviously trying to find a property that actually already had a house. Because the thought of starting from nothing, like who could do that, and who would do that? But when it came down to, I guess, finances, how much we sold our house for. So we bought our house we bought our house for $350. It was a 4-bedroom house. We lived in it for, I think, 7 years. We renovated it, did the kitchen, did the floors, and we sold it in May 2024 last year. We sold it for 670,000. So we started looking at vacant properties. Well, this is the first vacant property we looked at, and we just decided to give it a go because the other properties that we were looking at were either too expensive that already had houses, and because we were doing this with my brother-in-law, there obviously wasn't two houses, so someone was still going to have to camp or put another house on. So we just decided, well, let's just both start from scratch, and that's why we sort of decided to start from a vacant, from nothing really, which did scare me. I remember when we first looked at this property in April last year, just looking at literally nothing, no power, no water, and I was thinking, how are we going to make this work? How are we going to camp with 4 kids and even get comfortable enough to build a house? And I was Grace took a photo of me. We were sitting on some old cattle fencing, looking out and sort of strategizing and thinking about the future. And she took a photo because my face was one of this will be a passing fad. Yeah, we'll find a property with a house surely. And then I finally warmed up to the idea and we started making plans, and yeah, we've just made do the best we can. And the first 5 weeks, I think I mentioned in one of my other videos that for the first 5 weeks we had no power, so we camped here off grid, and just made do in a tarp and like real camping setup until I set up our little carport structure. And that's made it a lot more comfortable. Like, the little carport almost feels like a home. It's when we were camping with tarps, I wasn't very excited to come back to the property if we were out. I was a bit like, let's just stay in the shopping centre where it's cool and solid. Let's just go home later. But now that we've got our little carport structure, I'm excited to come back here. It's a very comfortable space. It's got a full kitchen. Yeah, we're in Australia, Queensland, Australia, and yeah, so in June it'll be a year since we've lived here, but things are starting to move. Our septic system has also been installed. I'm very behind in recording, and with all the rain that we've had. Shouldn't you be quiet because I'm talking? Septic is in, so everything is moving ahead quite nicely, and so I just wanted to give you guys an update. And where are you from? We're from Southeast Queensland. So I don't want to get too specific for privacy reasons, obviously. But you got a seatbelt on. Okay. Shall we drive back to camp? But yeah, the boys love it out here. Yep. Drive back to camp. I gotta go to work. Yeah. So my day job is actually I work as a web developer for an insurance firm. No, Australian. They what is that? I'm not going to read out your username, but that's funny. I'm Australian. I've got 4 boys. We live on a 12-acre property that we purchased last year, and we're about to build our house. Camping while I do so. Yeah, so my day job is actually a web developer for an insurance firm, and so I drive to the city 3 days a week. I work from home 2 days a week. So yeah, I'm very, very new to this homesteading world. I came from city living in suburbia my whole life. Never had any experience with animals or livestock. So we've done a lot in the last. It hasn't even been a year yet. We've already done a lot. We've got our first house cow. Gone through all the building approval permits from the council for our house. And that video will be coming soon. I've got a video that will show what we're building, where we're building it on our house site. So that'll be exciting to sort of see, show you guys what the vision is, what the dream is, and what we'll have here eventually. We're really excited to get that underway. But that's a bit of an update for what's going on around here. And I'll leave it there. I want to try and do these like trash talks more regularly, but yeah, I haven't really got into a good rhythm yet. The cost of house, slow grow harvest. You break down the rough costs in that too. Yeah, so I was actually thinking of doing two series for the house build. So I guess the more sort of fast-paced, punchy videos will be, I guess, just sort of a vlog style, showing what we're doing and talking about. Hop down. Yeah, so showing the process of doing the footings and drilling them out, but I won't go into too many specifics. But then I was thinking of doing like a house build diaries series, which would have a video paired up. So each video that has, for the house construction, each video would almost have like a diary style vlog, and that one I'll go into more specifics. I'll cover, more lengths of the footings that we're using and specifications, some longer form content, and I'll break down the cost of everything as we go as well. But so I'll have my house construction series, which will be a bit more punchy, a bit more vlog, not super technical, but then I'll have some other videos that will go along with that. If you want to dive a bit deeper into the process, I'll have some longer form content around building each step, and a lot more detailed information. Yeah, I think it'll be good. Yeah, I don't want to bore people who don't want that type of content, but it'll be available. Awesome, guys. All right, I'll leave it there. I'll go head to work. But lots of good things coming.